Good afternoon, students. So today is fourth and last part of CI and SI, and that is actually people call it very difficult part of SI and CI. That is called installment. Right? Just look at the spelling. Okay, it is installment. Don't write double L. It is only one L. Installment. Okay. So what is installment? Or you can say installments. What is installment? First you should know what is installment. Suppose you went to one showroom, electronic showroom, right? Now you went for buying a LED TV, right? And you had only 10,000 rupees and you were actually thinking that you will buy something like Micromax LED TV, right? Now, obviously, you had only 10,000, you cannot buy Sony Bravia, right? That will be nearly 50,000, more than 50,000. But when you went there, salesman told that Micromax LED TV is not that good, you know. It's not a smart TV, you cannot do this thing with that, you cannot do this thing with that. Okay, you told all the disadvantages. Then he showed another TV to you, that is Sony Bravia. It's a Bravia, it's it's a plasma TV, pixels are bigger. It is power saving. You'll be, saving a lot of bill. Okay, and then you will be, it's a bigger size. Then you asked, okay, it's very good. Okay, what's the cost? Well, it's 50,000 only. But you told I have only 10,000 rupees. Then he told, okay, no problem. What I will do is that you give 10,000 to me and rest 40,000. You can give me in equal some installments, some part. Part by part you can give it to me. And he is telling that you can give me in like 8 months. Right. Now when he is telling 8 months, then you will not be getting 5,000 per month. No. Why? He will simply give you 40,000 rupees like that. He will not give you. Why? Because in 40,000 rupees, suppose the showroom can earn some interest, right? He will not give you at 5,000 rupees. So what he will do, you have to pay something more than 5,000. Suppose you have to pay something like 5,100. 100 rupees extra you are paying. What is that 100 rupees extra? That is the interest. What is this 5,100? It is your EMI, or you can say your installment you are paying. Okay. You understood what is the installment? You are going to buy something. Then you might, some people do this thing. Even if I am there, I will definitely do this thing. I will say, okay, what you do is, this 10,000 also I will not give. Make the full EMI of 50,000 itself. From the next month itself, I will start paying the EMI, or one EMI I will pay now, and next EMI you can give for next EMI I will pay in the next month. Okay. So that way is also available. Okay. Now let's see in the installment cases, what are different variations could be there. Okay. First thing, installment could be there on two types. First one on SI and second one on CI. He might calculate the interest which you are paying, that 100 rupees per month. He might calculate that interest on SI, your simple interest, or he might calculate the that interest on compounding. Okay. So what he can say that which one will be better for you as a buyer? Which one will be better? You can say SI will be better because here you have to pay more interest. So you can say SI will be better. So what different type of questions could be there? So in SI also I would say there could be two type of questions. First one is without cash down payment. And second will be with cash down payment. Okay. So first one could be without cash down payment and second one is with cash down payment. And CI, in cash down payment also, what they could ask. They might ask, like find the monthly installment. Okay. They might ask what is the installment, or they might give the installment. They might ask the rate of interest. Right. Same thing this without cash down payment and with cash down payment here also, with CI also. Same thing. They might ask the same thing here also. Now, each and every question we will solve. Some different variations, what you have to find is, I will tell you some different variations. It will be something like, they might ask you, find installment, some installment, okay, something they will buy, and then when debt is given, okay, then again find installment when loan is given. You understand when I'm discussing question? Or they might ask you find the amount, or they might ask you find ROI, okay, rate of interest. So in this question, generally ROI means return on investment. Generally we talk this thing in terms of when we study MBA in management colleges, we call it ROI. Suppose you are investing, suppose IIM Ahmedabad, you are investing, you'll invest somewhere around 25 to 30 lakhs in 2 years, and you suppose after 2 years what package you will be getting, something around 20 LPA. So your ROI will be like you invested 30 lakhs, but you are getting only 20. So you can say 30. It will be 20 by 30. Right? Your ROI is how much? You can say 0.66. But same way, if I talk about another college, that is FMS, its fees is only 21,000 for 2 years, and package you will be getting, average package will be something around 15 to 20 LPA. What is the ROI? If you take 15 also, it will be 15 by 21,000. Obviously, it will be far greater value. It will be more than 1, it will be more than 100 also. So, which has more ROI? This one. But this is ROI in terms of return of investment in management colleges. But when we are talking about ROI in simple interest and compound interest, it is always a rate of interest. Okay. Now we are going to talk about installments under SI. Now understand this thing very clearly. Once you understand this concept, everything will be very easy for you. Okay. Suppose you have bought some TV of 1,000 rupees, right? And your rate of interest is 10%, and you are paying the whole amount in 5 years, right? Yes or no? 1,000 rupees TV, obviously it is very cheap. Assume, okay, it's a 1,000 rupees TV. Rate of interest, whenever rate of interest, generally it is given 10%, it is always by default per annum, means for a year, right? And time is 5 years. So if you have to give installment, how many installment you will give? At the end of 1 year, at the end of 2 year, and the end of 3rd year, and the end of 4th year, and the end of 5th year. And the characteristic of installment is that you will be paying equal installments. Installment means equal installments, right? It will not be different. Okay. Now if I say that, what is the total amount you have to pay? You can say that if I take 1,000 rupees at 10% per annum for 5 years, how much will be the total percentage? 50%, means how much interest you have to pay? 500. So how much you have to pay? You can say I have to pay 1,500 rupees. I have to pay 1,500 rupees. If I take that 1,000 rupees and if I don't give any installment, so at the end of 5 years, how much I need to pay? 1,500. So 5 years he is giving 5 installments. So I would say first installment, second, third and fourth, right? Okay. Now understand one more thing, that at the end of, so first year happened, right? And you have given X installment, right? After 1 year, you have given X rupees. Now when you have calculated 1,500 rupees, in that you have calculated the interest on how much? You can say 5x. Yes, or you can say this X you have calculated, this X is there, you have calculated for 5 years interest. But you will say that anyway I have given X rupees now, means you don't have to take the interest for next, this one more X will be there, right? For next 4 years you should not take any interest from me on X. So this much you have to pay, but this much you have given X, means on this amount you will not give the interest. For how many years? 4 years you will not give the interest. So if you know the formula, P into R into T by 100, right? So how much interest you have to pay on X for 4 years? You can say X into 10 into time is 4 years divided by 100, right? So after you paid X, you don't have to pay that interest for 4 years on X. Again, after second year, again you don't have to pay 3 years interest on this X. So you can say minus X into 10 into 3 by 100. Again, after 3 years, you don't have to pay the interest for next 2 years. Again, after that, you can say you don't have to pay for 1 year. And last X what? Last will be at the end of 5th year, means that you need to pay. Okay. Now, if you look properly, I'm talking about this value, this value, this value, and this value. What can you say? This is interest, right? This is also interest. This is also interest, and this is also interest. Yes. Now you know that this much plus this much plus this much plus this much equal to this much was you have to pay minus this interest. That much you have to pay. Now I am writing in such a way, understand. I am just writing in this way, understand. Now this here negative is there, na? I am taking it to the left side. I am writing X plus X into 10 into 4 by 100. One bracket. Now next X into X plus X into 10 into 3 by 100, right? Next X in plus X into 10 into 2 by 100, again plus X plus X into 10 into 1 by 100 plus X plus X into 10 into 0, so that will become 0, equal to what? 1500. Now if you look properly, this is what? You can say this is amount, principal plus interest, right? This is amount, this is also amount, this is also amount, this is also amount, and this is also amount. In that X was installment, but X plus X into 10 into 4, X in plus X into 10 into 4 by 100 is your amount. What amount? You can say this is amount after first year, after 4 years. This is the amount after 3 years. This is after amount 2 years. This is after 1 year, and this is after 0 year, right? So this is the thing you have to do. Okay. Or you can say, if I'm simplifying it, I'm writing in such a way that you understand that 5 installments were there, means you can write X plus X plus X plus X plus X plus X was there installment, rate of interest was there 10, and how many years if you add, it will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and what was that? 100. And what was this total amount that you have to pay? That was 1500. Understand the analogy, how I am changing it. Then based on that we can solve the questions. Okay. So you can say, suppose n installments are there. N installments are there and rate of interest is R percentage. Can you write this one is, and your installment is X. Can you write that this value will be nx plus X into R into, what I'm going to write, remember here, this is very important, sigma n minus 1. Sigma n minus 1, 5 installments means it will be going 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, right, divided by 100 will be equal to amount. It's not a formula. You'll not find any formula like this in any book. It's a logic which we have derived from our understanding. If you want, you can remember this. Otherwise, without remembering also, you can solve. Understand that from the starting, how we are doing it. I'll explain again. Suppose X was the installment and you have to pay 1500. But why you will pay for 1500? 1500 you have to pay after 5 years when you don't pay any installment. So you can say, when you paid X, you will say that already I have paid X. Now 1500 has 4 years extra interest on that X. Means you have to subtract that 4 years extra interest on that. So we have subtracted that. Then again for this X, How much we are taking extra? 3 years, so we have subtracted 3 years. Again 2 years, 1 year and 0 year. I have taken this interest value here and I have made an amount. If you don't remember this line also, you just leave it. You come directly here. I have just added this one 5 times. Again, whatever value was given here, I have just added here. You can say x into 10, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, taken there in the left side. I have written like this, and then if n are the number of installments, r percentage rate of interest, x is the installments, you can say nx plus n into r into sigma n minus 1. This is important thing. You can say this is important thing. Divided by 100 will be your total amount. This case is there when we have no cash down payment. Note down. Suppose you are not able to understand, I'll explain again. Okay. Understand this part, that when I'm saying that you have to pay 1500 rupees, right? 1500 rupees you have to pay means you are paying for using 1000 rupees for 5 years without giving any installment, right? If I say 1000 rupees you have taken, so after 5 years you have to pay how much? 1500. But in this case we are paying now every end of 1 year we are paying something, that is x, right? So I would say that suppose this, I'm just giving you one value. Suppose this value is 100 rupees, right? So 1500 rupees you are paying to him when you are using 1000 rupees for 5 years. So if after 1 year you have actually given 100 rupees back, but here you can say in this one, this 100 rupees 5 years interest will be there, right? But you told that you will say that anyway 100 rupees I have returned. 100 rupees I have returned. How much I have used actually? Only how much? 900 rupees I have used. 100 rupees I have returned. So I don't have to give any money on this 100 rupees. 100 rupees I am returning it back to you. Means you don't calculate the 4 years interest on that 100 rupees. And that's what on this 100 rupees, that x value at the 10% rate of interest for 4 years you have to subtract from 1500. After second year also you say you have returned 100 rupees more. Means what? Again you have returned 100 rupees, means after returning this you will say that you have returned 100 rupees here, and you have used only 100 rupees for how many years? Only for 2 years. But you are paying interest for how much? Here it is for 5 years. So how many years interest you have to subtract? 3 years interest you have to subtract. So I have subtracted 3 years interest. Same with 2 years, same with 1 year, and same with 0 year. And that's how we got this logic and we have reached here. I hope this is clear by now, right? Yeah.
So what is that? What I'm saying is, if we are going to pay the same amount every installment, right?
Yeah.
But by the way you are saying, installments should reduce, right?
Installment should?
If I'm subtracting it and subtracting it, if I'm subtracting it.
Who is telling that you have to pay 1500? 1500 you have to pay, Jaydev, no. 1500 you have to pay when you are taking for 5 years without paying anything. If you are paying, your installment will not be reduced. It will be reduced from your total interest, total amount. From 500 I would say it will be reduced from total interest minus this interest which you are getting after paying the installment. I am not saying that you have to pay 1500. No, you don't have to pay 1500. If you have to pay 1500, then why you will pay installment? You will simply say I will pay after 5 years. Right? Clear, Jadev? It will be more than 1500. Why? It will be less. 1500 you have to pay when you pay after 5 years without paying anything to the seller.
Yes, sir. I'm not paying anything. If
Ah.
I'm taking it, first installment will be 300, something like 300 every
Okay.
week. But if I do that formula,
Ah.
if it comes 300 here, it should something like reduce, right?
Why it should be reduced? The characteristic of the installment itself, it should be equal. What you should reduce is from amount or from the total interest in such a way that installments are equal.
So if I'm paying 300, so I'm calculating for only 1200.
1200. Okay. This is actually one more concept is there, that is called virtual principle. Virtual principle. that I will be telling you when cash down payment comes. So without cash down payment means this method is better. Suppose cash down payment comes means that method is better. Okay, so I'll let you know. Let's solve some questions, then you will be able to understand this thing properly, right? Okay. Now this is one question, that what annual installment, okay, this is also wrong. What is the installment spelling? Okay. So what annual installment will discharge a debt of rupees 2210 due in 4 years at 7% rate of interest? So how much you need to pay your debt? You can say this is 2210 in how much time? You can say 4 years and 7% rate of interest. Now what I can say, that this much is your due debt. Now how many if 4 years are there, how many installments will be there? 4 installment. If each and every installment is x, you can say 4x plus x installment. How much rate of interest? 7. And sigma n minus 1, sigma of n minus 1, n is what? 4, so it will be sigma 3 divided by 100, value is 2210. What you need to find? Annual installment means you need to find x. So let's check. So this will be sigma 3 value is 6. So you can say x into 7 into 6 divided by 100 plus 4x equal to 2210. So how will you find? So this is 6 now, so you can make it this one as 3 and 50. Anything else remaining? No. So this will be 200 and this will be 221. So 221 x equal to 2210. So x value is 10. Yes? No. 22, this one by 50, right? So 10 into 50, how much? 500. So if you pay equal installment of 500 for 4 years, then only you will be getting, you have to discharge a debt of 2210. If you have to, like, suppose you have taken, now how much you have taken? Wait, I have made some mistake. This 500, okay. 500 if you have taken, and how many installments you have to give? 4. So 500, 500, 500 and 500. How much you are paying? 2000 rupees. But actually how much is the due amount? 2210. Why it is becoming more? Or you can say this 2210 actually you need to pay when you are not paying any installment. That is your debt. When you pay installment, it will be less. How much less? You can say how much less it is? 210 rupees. And this is, what is this 210? This 210 is the interest on your installments. They might ask, what is the interest on installment? That is, what is that interest? 210 rupees. Clear? Don't worry, we'll solve some 5-6 questions based on this, so that you know you don't have any confusion in your brain. Okay, check this one. What annual payment will discharge a debt of 12,900 rupees due in 4 years, 5% rate of interest? So 4 years, 5% rate of interest, how much? 12900. Suppose x for 4 years, you can say 4x will be total installments. Interest will be how much? X, rate of interest is 5 and sigma 3, right? Sigma 3 value or sigma 3 value, I can write that value will be how much? 6 divided by 100 will be what? 12,900. So what you can say, this will become 20, this will become 10 and 3. So this will become 40, 43x divided by 10 value is how much? 12900. Or you can say this is 3 times, right? So 300, so x value will be what? 3000. So you have to pay 3000 rupees for 4 years. Then only this debt will be gone. So how much actually you are paying? You are paying only 12,000. What is that 900 you are giving? When you don't pay installments, you have to pay this extra. Getting my doubt? Getting the idea right? What quarterly payment will discharge a debt of rupees 2280 due in 2 years? Okay, quarterly payment. So in 1 year, how many quarter payments are there? 4. So in 2 years, how many quarter payments will be there? Can you say 8? 8 cycles, right? 8 cycles or 8 years, n will be cycles or years. Rate of interest will be what? 16% for 1 year. So for 3 months it will be 4%. For 1 cycle it will be 4. How much is the due? 2280. Again you can say how much? 8 cycles means 8x plus x into rate of interest is 4. Sigma 7 divided by 100 equal to 2280. Solve for x and get me the value. Solve. What is sigma 7 value? 7 into 8 by 2, that is 28. So you can say x into 4 into 8 divided by 100, and this one is 8x. That is 2280. What you can say? This value, this is 4, what, 28? Sorry, 28. So you can say 4 sevens are 425. So 25 8s are 200. 200 plus 228. So 228x by 25 value is 2280. This is 10, or you can say x value will be 280 rupees. You have to give 280 rupees for 8 cycles, then only this debt will be over. 250. Sorry, 250. Sorry. 250. 250 rupees for 8 cycle you have to pay, then only your debt will be over. But I think we have made some mistake. Check where we have made. 250 quarterly. So you have to pay how much? Quarterly payment of 250 rupees. What? Okay, let's check this one. So again, installment, spelling mistake. So Reena borrowed rupees 50 at 5% simple interest, repayable in 4 equal installment. What will be annual installment? So 50 rupees she has borrowed. So what is the amount payable? 50 rupees. Okay. Wait. 50 rupees she has borrowed. Okay. At 5% rate of interest for how many? For 4 years. Right. So this amount is not 50. This will be more, right? More than 50. So what you can say, this amount is given, how much? 50. So suppose this 50 is given and you are taking, now this question is becoming something like this. Principal is 50, rate of interest is 5%, time is 4 years. Or you can say 4 years. You can say 20%. 20% of 50 is how much interest? 10. How much she has to pay actually? 60 rupees. Means her amount will be 60 rupees. Now we can say 60 rupees is there. Now, and how many installments? 4. Suppose each and every installment is x, so 4x plus x into 5%. Sigma 3, yes or no? Divided by 100, right? So what you can say? This is 6, this is 5. So this will be 20 and this will be 6. So this will be 3 and 10. So 43 x by, this is 60. So what you can say, x value will be 600 by 43, and this will be your answer. 600 by 43 will be, it will be something around, some decimal value will come. Clear? Next, annual payment of rupees 700. Now what they have given is the installment they have given. Okay, at 5%, 10% per annum for 5 years. SI will discharge a debt of what amount? Means they are asking this one. How will you find? Simple. 700. How many installments will be there? 5 plus 700. Rate of interest is 10 and sigma 4 divided by 100 will be total amount that you have to pay, right? Actually, you will not be paying this much. How much you will be paying? 2008. Sorry, you will be paying only 3,500. But debt will be less than that because you are paying installments. Okay. So solve this. You will get the answer. So you can say anyway this 3,500 plus sigma 4 value is 10. So 10 into 10, 100. 100 gone. 700. So this will 700. So what you will be getting? 4,200. So what is the amount you have to pay? Sorry, how much is the debt? 4,200. How much you need to pay? 3,500. How much extra amount you will be charged if you don't pay any installment? 700 rupees. They might ask, how much amount you need to pay if you don't pay any installment? How much extra amount you have to pay? That is 700. Hema, you understand the flow, right? The annual payment of 4,500 in 4 years, 5% per annum, discharge the debt of what amount? Simple. 4,500 amount for 4 years means plus 4. Then 4,400, 5% rate of interest, and then sigma 4. Sigma 4 value is 10 divided by 100. Sigma 3 value is 6. Sigma 3 value is 6. Okay. So what you can say this one? So this value will be 9 and 18. So this will become 18,000, right? And plus this will be 2020 gone. So this is 30. So 45 into 30. Like I said, 90 and 135, 1350 plus 18,000. Or you can say that 19350. This will be your debt. If you pay installments, it will be reduced. If you don't pay installments, you have to pay this much. Right? The annual payment of rupees 1,000 in 5 years at 4% rate of interest, SI will discharge the debt of what amount? Now, this question you have to solve and write your answer in the comment box. So, what's the answer for this? You can say 1,000 rupees, right? How many? For 5 years, and then 1,000, 4% rate of interest, and sigma 5 value is, sigma 4 value is 10 divided by 100. So what value this will be? This will be 5,000 and this will be 400. So that is 5,400. Right. Next. A money lender lent out rupees 9 on a condition that a loan is payable in 10 months in 10 equal installments of rupees 1 each. So how much you are paying? 10 installments of 1 each means how much you are paying? 10 rupees, right? 10 rupees you are paying. How much you have taken? 9 you have taken and 10 you are paying. Can you say this 10 equal installments of 1 each? You can say 10 installments into 1 that installment value, right? Plus this 1 installment into rate of interest is what? Now what is the rate of interest? That's a good thing here to note down. What will be the rate of interest here? That's what you have to find. That's what you have to find. Okay. So rate of interest I will write here. And what is the sigma value here? How many installments are there? 10. So here it will be coming sigma 9 divided by 100. And here what thing comes? Amount. What will you write in amount? 10. How much you are paying? That will come. Remember one thing, if you write 10 here, 10 into 10, 10 will get cancelled and then what will be left with? 0. Rate of interest will be 0. Will it be rate of interest 0? No, no one will give you money if you say that rate of interest 0. Means 0 interest. No one will give you money on 0 rate of interest. What will you keep in place of amount? If you remember, I'll tell you, this value is what? Principal, or I would say the total amount I paid by installments plus interest, right? Or if you don't understand this way also, what I would say that this amount will be what? This amount generally was there when you don't pay any installment. If you don't pay any installment, how much you need to pay anyway? Anyway, you will pay 10 rupees from installment and interest. How much is the interest? 10 rupees you are paying, here you have taken 9. How much interest is there? 11 rupees interest. So you can say how much you will be paying. If you don't pay installment, 11 rupees you have to pay. So 10 is here. So what you can say? R into sigma 9 value is 45 divided by 100 and this is 1. So what will be this value? This will be 50 by, or you can say that it is 20 by 9. 20 by 9%. And one more thing, when they are asking about rate percent per annum, it will not be 20 by 3, because here rate percentage we always talk about per annum, right? But what we are doing, 45 is what? It is months, means you will be dividing by 12 here. So it will become, you will multiply here with 12. So this will be 3 3s and 3 4s. So this will become 800 by 3%. Your rate of interest will be 80 by 3%. 80 by 3%. Clear? I'll explain again. I know where you are having issue. You have issue here, like how we have written this value, right? This is where you have issue. What was this amount? This amount was there when you don't pay any installment. When you don't pay any installment. So how much you will be paying? If you don't pay any installment, means how much you are paying in installment plus how much interest you are paying. Yes or no? How much you are paying in installment and how much interest you are paying. You can say installment you are paying 10 rupees. How much interest you are paying? 10 rupees you are giving, and now 9 rupees you have taken. So how much interest you are paying? 1 rupee. So 11. Simple. It is written there itself. We'll solve one more question so that you know. A money lender lent out 10 rupees on a condition that loan is payable in 11 months in 11 equal installments. So 11 equal installments means 11 into 1 rupee each, means 11 into 1 plus on 1 rupee. On 1 rupee, again this issue, 1 rupee, how much rate of interest percent? Now, it's getting deleted. Just a minute. So 11 into 1 rupee rate of interest, and so 11 rate of interest will be R%, and this R% you are finding for months, because monthly installment is there, and R% you find per annum, means you will be dividing by 12 into sigma which value? 11 installment means sigma 10 will be what? 11 plus how much? You are telling that 10 you have taken and 11 you are returning. So how much rate of interest? 1. You can say 1 into R by 12, and 100 also will be there. Okay, don't forget. So 12 into 100 R percentage, and I'll not write R percentage, because if I write R percentage here 100 will not come. Yes or no? When I write R percentage, 100 will not come. When I write only R, then 100 will come, right? Because R percentage means what? R percent, R per 100, R by 100. Okay. So this value, and the sigma 10 value is 55. This value is 1. So what you can say? This value will come as 1200 divided by 55. Or you can say 11 and 5 2s are 240. 240 by 11 percentage. This will be rate of interest. Percentage per annum. You understand this part, right? Why we are dividing by 12? Okay, now cash down payment is there. How will you solve for cash down payment? We will not be following the previous method. We'll be actually following another method that is called virtual principal. Okay. How this virtual principal will work? Now look. I would say total price is what? 2,400 rupees. How much you are paying? 1,200 you are paying, and 225 each, 6 monthly installments are there. So how much you are paying? 1,200 plus 225 into 6. That is how much? 1,200 and 150. So that is 1,350, right? So you can say you are paying 1,200 plus 1,350, or actually how much you are paying? 2,350. What is the actual cost? 2,550. Sorry. So that is 2550, right? So 2550. What is the cost? 2400. How much you are paying? 2550. Okay. Now understand one thing. How much actually you have to, this much is the MRP and you are paying this much. How much interest you are paying here? You can say interest, how much you are paying? 150 rupees. If I write that this interest equal to principal into rate of interest into time divided by 100, will it be fine? This principal we don't know, rate of interest anyway we know. What is rate of interest? Rate of interest we have to find. Time we know. What is the time? 6 months. Yes, for 6 months, right? For 6 months it will be there. Now time is 6 months. This principal we don't know. Okay, how we will be getting the principal? Okay, now we are going to solve how we will get the principal. Understand what I am going to write. 2400 rupees you have to pay, right? So what you did, first month you will not be giving interest on 2400 rupees. Where you will be giving interest? 2400 rupees minus 1200. Why? Because 1200 rupees cash down payment you have done. So how much rupees you will be giving interest? 1200 rupees. For second month, what will happen? This 1200 at the end of 1200 minus 225, right? What you will be getting here? 200 is 1000, so it will be 975. For third month, you will be getting 975 minus again one more installment 225. What you will be getting? 275, 750. Again fourth, you will be getting 750 minus 225. So what you will be getting here? 200, 550, 525. For fifth year, you will be getting 525 minus 225. How much? 300. Sixth month, how much will be principal on which you have to give the interest? It will be 300 minus 225. That is 2075. So this is the total principal you have to pay for all the 6 months. Or you can find like this also, 1200 into 1 into rate of interest that is given and add it, or you can totally find this one. Okay, what I will do is, I will take this one. Okay, how much interest you have to pay? I would say, I'm just, how much interest you have to pay? Understand? I would say on first month, how much interest you have to pay? First month, your principal is how much? 1200. Rate of interest is R percentage per annum into for 1 month divided by 100. Right? This is 1 month, means you will be dividing by 12. First month interest. Second month interest will be what? 975. For second month principal is what? 975 into R into 1 month divided by 12 into 100. Same way, 750 into R into 1 divided by 12 into 100. Like that you will be writing for all the 6 months. And if you say R into 12 into 100 is common, what is remaining? 1200 plus 975 plus 750 plus till what? 75. This is what? This is called principal. And what is the name? Not principal. Virtual principal for 6 months. So either you calculate the SI differently, separately for each and every month, or you can say for 6 months, this is your virtual principal and time will be 6 months and rate of interest you put and then put the values and get the answer. So in this question, what you can say, what is this value? Did you calculate? Calculate. You can say this one is 800, 1500 and 2400, 3600. 3600 plus 1000, 3825. So you can write 3825 into rate of interest divided by 12 into 1 month equal to what interest? 150. So 3825, 5, 3, 11, 2, 13, 5, 18. Yeah, it will be divisible by 3. So first it will be divisible by 5. So 5 7s are and 5 6s are, 5 5s are. 30. Again 5. So 6 and 5 ones are, 5 fives are, 5 threes are. Again 3, 3 fours are, 3 fives are, 3 ones are. So you can say 6 4. So our value will be 24 divided by 51. And 100 also will be there, right? 12 into 100. So you can say into 100. So it will be 2400 divided by 51. Again it will be divisible by what? 3, right? You can say 3 ones are, 3 sevens are, 800. Then 800 by 17 percentage will be your answer. Clear? Let's solve another question so that you get another understanding. A watch is sold for 180 rupees cash. Means that is 180 cash and 40 cash down payment followed by 30. So what? 40 cash down payment plus 30 for 5 months means 150. How much it is? 40 cash down payment plus 30 for 5 months means 150. So this will be 190. How much interest? 10 rupees interest. Right. Now what you can say? 10 rupees interest. So we'll find for principal. So how much will be the principal? 180 is the cost. For first month 180 minus cash down payment is what? 40. So for first month principal will be what? 140. Next month it will be 140 minus 30. That is your installment. So it will become 110. Then 110 minus 30, that is 80. Then 80 minus 30, that is 50. Then 50 minus 30, how much it is? 20. And after 20 minus 30, not useful. Solve it. What is the total principal? 200 and then 300, then 60, 40, 100. 300, 500 or 400? 400, right? So what is the principal? 400, right? So 400 is a virtual principal and rate of interest is R and 5 months, not 5 months. Now it will be 1 month, right? 1 month divided by 12 into 100 and what is the principal you have to pay? 10. So this one gone, 4 remaining, 4 threes are. So rate of interest is what? 30%. Clear? Able to